From New York City, it's Wendy Williams. Today, former Chuck star Zachary Levi, why he's got Broadway audiences swooning over his leap to the stage. Plus, fashion expert Carson Kressley breaks down the best and worst looks from last night's Emmys. And all the latest juicy hot topics. Now, here's Wendy.
I'm glad you're joining us. So good. Just another Manic Monday here at Wendy. We've got a terrific show for you. Big drama last night on The Real Housewives of New Jersey. And then Miley Cyrus broke down while performing. And also, we have all the highlights from last night's Emmy Awards. So let's talk about it more. It's time for Hot Topics. Thank you for being here. Happy Monday and welcome to fall. I hope you had a nice weekend. Mine was very close to home on account of, on my weekends, I pretty much give up on my life to make sure that my son can have a good time, like when he wants to have friends over and stuff. Like, I want to be that house, and we are that house where all the kids come over. We don't, well, that's because I'm not driving them all around the town, number one. Number two, nobody knows about your household like you know about your household. I don't know what goes on in other people's houses. I mean, really. You know, I don't know whether the mother and father fight, whether they are gun owners, whether somebody's smoking pot. I know nothing. All you know is your own house. So for me, you know, it was just a house full all weekend. Then he had sleepovers and boys and not girls sleeping over, but not girls sleeping over, but you know, you have the sleepover, and then the very next day, as opposed to the boys going home, then they invite the girls over, and then a couple of the boys ended up sleeping over a second night, and we got him that new game that made $1 billion over the weekend. What is it? Grand Theft Auto. So we got that for him, but he's 13 years old. Like, this is the first violent game that we've ever gotten him. He's always steered away from that, and we've never gotten them for him either. But at some particular point, you gotta let your kid be, I guess, like the rest of the kids who like to play this stuff. And not every kid is weird and stupid and is gonna steal your car and, you know, Grand Theft Auto it through the streets. I know parents who got that game for their kids at 8, 9, 10, 11 years old, you know, the violent games. So the boys were busy doing that, and I was busy being a home mom, which I love. You know, like making the pizza rolls, making sure the refrigerator's stocked with stuff, patrolling, going upstairs, seeing what's going on. And I made them pancakes and sausage on Sunday morning, except like a lot of people, I burnt the first batch. There they are. Burn it down. I mean, but you know, pancakes are so quick. All that has to happen is you know, the phone rings for a second. Next thing you know, they're burnt. But I like the shake and pour ones, so I threw those out and I made them a good breakfast, and it was a good weekend. I'm glad that I was able to wind it down by watching like Emmy red carpets and, you know, the housewives and all that stuff. So I know. So last night the Emmys were on, hosted by Neil Patrick Harris. Now, Tina Fey and Amy Poehler heckled him from the audience. They're such good hosts at award shows. And I mean, they were just very funny. Take a look at this.
Take your pants off. Take your pants off. And twerk it.
Yeah.
Work that twerk. I come to award shows for the twerking.
No, stop, no.
Twerk it.
I am not twerking. I'm not gonna do that. That would be degrading.
Yeah, it might be degrading, but we would be degrateful.
And The best speech of the night came from Merritt Weaver, who's on Nurse Jackie. She was so shocked to win that she was left speechless. Literally. Watch.
Thank you so no, thanks so much. Thank you so much. I gotta go. Bye.
So funny. And Michael Douglas won for playing Liberace. And he addressed the rumors of marital trouble between he and his wife, Catherine Zeta-Jones. He's wearing his ring. He said he gave her a shout out on stage. A shout out. He acknowledged her on stage and said that, you know, and she wasn't there because apparently she's someplace promoting something that she does. I just couldn't get over how good he looked. Go back to that first picture. Like, this was a man at death's door at one point, and he's old as dirt. No, I say all that to say, look at that full, good head of hair and that good skin, and you just look good, Michael Douglas. Yeah. I watched some red carpet. Carson Kressley is here later on in the show to break down the Emmy fashion. Kim Kardashian posted a picture of herself with some pretty impressive company. The caption said, "Oh, no big deal." Here's the picture. I know you don't recognize Kim because she's still got that stupid blonde hair. You know, it's not stupid, just stupid on her. You know what I mean? Like she does, I always tell you this, she does really good black hair. And I think that she looks so good with her olive skin and, you know, those cheeks and those lips and then the black hair. A lot of girls can't pull off jet black hair like that, you know? So anyway, it's shocking because she makes all of her money over being the most beautiful girl in the world. But in that picture with Oprah, Oprah is clearly the star of the show. And Kim, you are such an afterthought. It's almost like staying with Kanye is taking her joy, and then she pushed out a little bit of her pretty when she had the baby, right? Just a little pretty. Oh, come on. Come on now, she's still beautiful. I'm saying she's still beautiful, but she's not as beautiful as she was before North, right? That's all. Now, in the picture, we have Jimmy Iovine, the music mogul, right over there standing up, and he's the only one with a drink. I'm like, this is a party and nobody has a drink? Really? And then there's Puffy sitting down with his hand on Oprah's lap. Where's Stedman? She was there with Gail, by the way. And then there's Oprah in the middle looking fantastic. I think Oprah's found her sweet spot with that weight. Do you know what I'm saying? And I mean that in the best way. Like, she's found her sweet spot, a weight that she could be while still enjoying some of the things that she likes to eat and just, you know, settling into being middle-aged. Good for you, Oprah. And then there's Kanye. Then there's Kanye, looking surprisingly happy and normal. And then there's Kim, looking like the publicist. Look, I'll move. Wait, I'll move this way. Just look at her full outfit. Can you see her full outfit? Look what she's wearing. What is he doing to her? There it is, thank you. What is he doing to her? That's not our Kim. Who is that woman? You know what I mean. Anyway, it's nice to see that she has off days too, though. Like the rest of us. Okay, but my big thing last night was the Real Housewives of New Jersey. I'm sorry. It was so good, I had to watch it twice. Once at 8 o'clock, and then while I was flipping between that and Ray Donovan at 10 o'clock on account of I love Ray Donovan. I love that show. Last night was the season finale. Yeah. So, last week, the family friend Penny confessed to spreading rumors about Melissa, but only because Penny says that Teresa put her up to it. So, on last night's episode, they kind of swooped down on Teresa. Penny was there. It was at a party. Just take a look and then we'll talk.
You were tweeting at one point that I didn't go visit my father-in-law in the hospital. Who told you that?
She did.
No, I didn't.
Yes, you did.
Did I ever speak to you?
You didn't know.
And don't breathe because
I'm just listening.
Did I?
Teresa.
Don't point at me
What are you doing?
because you're accusing
If
me
you're gonna
of
sit
something.
here, oh, you gonna
Put your
talk?
finger down.
You put yours down.
You. Did I?
You too.
Oh,
You get just as
you.
you knew your sister-in-law was gonna be set up. You knew what was going to go down. You wanted to destroy me.
Teresa, you are a sneaky nut job. You know, you are, I believe what Penny was saying. What reason does Penny have to lie? You could see, but Stevie Wonder could see that Teresa's lying. By the way, there's something else I also noticed in that clip. I want Melissa Gorga to go back to being a blackhead. Like, what is she doing with that stupid brown thing? Like, Melissa, you're so pretty, and you're pretty either way, just like Kim. You're pretty either way, but you too, go back to black. It was just so caliente. And here's another thing. I want to shout out to Jackie and Chris Larita. You guys are looking good. The crazy thing is that when I first started watching Jersey Housewives, I thought Juicy Joe was a nice-looking man. He's not a bad-looking man. Then Joe Gorga came on, and I'm like, oh my God, I'm done. He's so good-looking. But you know what? The silent sleeper on the whole show is Chris Larita. Woo! And it looks like he's been in the gym pumping iron. There was a point last night where he was having a conversation with his wife and he fell back on the couch like this and he's had on jeans but his legs were open. He was like taking command of the chair. And I'm looking at all this right here and saying, yes, honey, you look good. And Jacqueline, I don't know what you're doing to yourself, but you look terrific also. She's got that thing with her neck, though. That's the only thing. That's how you can tell you really can't fix a bad neck. Because if you could, then a woman like this with the money, like she's fixed stuff before. She's admitted it. You know what I'm saying? She'd get that neck fixed. It's... That wasn't a read. I'm simply saying that you all are a gorgeous couple, but there's some things like necks and hands, although they're doing something now with hands where they do those injectables. I wonder if they can do that with the neck. Anyway, shout out to you, Laritas, and there will be a big brawl. Did you see the tease for next week? Oh, they're gonna be thumping. Next week is the season finale. It's been a very uneventful season, but Andy Cohen's going to be here tomorrow to chat. I know. Miley Cyrus, did you hear about this over the weekend? Well, she made her first public appearance since her split with Liam Hemsworth. You know, she's got to promote her #1 single in the country. It is #1, which is a very good thing. She went to the iHeartRadio Music Festival over the weekend, and while she was singing her hit song, Wrecking Ball, she broke down in tears. Look how red she is with the blonde hair and the lipstick and everything, but she's crying there, and then they zoom up on her face. You see the mascara, there it is. Now, people were saying, she's camel toe. Just tug, girl. Just give it a 2-pinky tug. Anyway, look, so this is not the only outfit that she wore that had eyebrows raising. She returned to the stage in another shocking outfit. What is that, the bootleg Rihanna? What are you doing, Miley? What is that? She's got pasties on, by the way. Those are pasties. But I don't really get it, but I can tell you what, she's got plenty of time to figure it out because she's 20, so I don't know about you, like I give her a pass. I mean, we're still gonna talk about you. But I give her a pass because remember how you were when you were 20, cutting your Sassoon jeans and making rips where they shouldn't be. Oh, that was me all the time doing something to be edgy. But, all right, so people were saying that she was crying because, you know, spilled milk over this relationship being over, you know, she's no longer engaged. I said, no, everything is not about crying over some boy, especially when you're 20. I mean, she can get another one of him 25 times over once she wants to focus and concentrate. All men are not gay or in jail. You know, well, no, the reason that I say that is because that's like my #1 Ask Wendy, no matter where I am, in the produce aisle, here at the show, in the parking garage. You know, Wendy, where are all the good men? I'm like, open your eyes, stop listening to your hating girlfriends. They're not all gay, they're not in jail. Put on some chapstick, put some Visine in, brush your teeth, and present yourself. So, anyway, but she'll get another boyfriend when it's her time. So I don't think she was crying over the boy. Quite frankly, how do we know she's not periodic and crying over the hormones? Or crying because she can't believe that Wrecking Ball is #1, like she's on top of the planet right now. You know, everything's not always about a boy, boys. Anyway, let's talk about Chris Brown. Speaking of boys, well, he is speaking out about his bad boy image, and he's bringing Jay-Z into it. In the latest issue of Jet magazine, Chris is blaming his rocky relationship with media on racism. He says that Jay-Z is one of the few black artists who seems to get treated fairly by the media. He also went on to say, here's a quote, Jay-Z is accepted by white America because he shakes hands and kisses babies. No disrespect, because I'm a fan. But nobody brings up the fact that he stabbed somebody and sold drugs. He gets a pass. Okay, I remember when he stabbed Un. He was mildly famous at the particular time. You know, he's not as famous. A lot of you all didn't know who he was at that time, but he was big here in New York, and he stabbed this guy named Un, and yeah, did get swept under the rug. Also, the drug dealing and stuff, to my best knowledge, that was before we even knew him as a J or a Z, Chris. You know, you were less than smart in trying to blame Jay-Z. You need to blame yourself, young man. You're a woman beater, you're disrespectful, you threw a chair out of the window at Good Morning America, your attention. Whatever happened to that cute young man that used to dance for the doublemint? Whatever happened to him? Now, I get it, all boys grow up, a boy grows into a man, but you have grown, you look like a junkie. Now, that's what I'm gonna say. You got those nasty tattoos, you're way too skinny. You know, you don't seem to have respect for much at all. You know, you beat the stew out of Rihanna, and you're with that coochie crayon right now. You know, I gotta tell you something. If you made better, you know, Rihanna is good, but the Rihanna that she's become is, to me, a little too edgy if you're looking to change around your image and you want to be treated the way Jay-Z is. Why don't you go out with a nice girl named Mallory? Or something. Do you know what I mean? I mean, it helps Jay-Z's image that Jay-Z is very cognizant of his image, but it also helps a lot that he's with a nice girl named Sasha Fierce, you know? And please don't Twitter war me, because I don't bark back. So please, you know, save your Twitter war rant, young man. Okay, let's talk about something sexy. Idris Elba. He's on the cover of the October issue of GQ magazine, and inside, he's looking great. Right? I love, you know what? That's how, did you see how he was sitting in that chair taking command? I find it so foxy when a man just owns the chair. You know, just own it. Anyway, yes, own it. Woo! Yeah. I don't like when men cross their legs like I have my leg crossed right now. Or, you know, the way they cross it, the up thing. I prefer, what? Just own it. That's how Chris Loretta sat last night in Housewives, which made me look at him twice like, ooh. Anyway, in the issue of GQ, Idris is talking about the moment he found out his son wasn't really his son. I know what you're saying. What dummy let that go? Well, look, it was back in 2010. Idris told, well, men do it to us all the time, though. So I guess, you know, so we usually don't have a child out of cheating. 2010, Idris told reporters that he was gonna have a son with his live-in girlfriend of several years. He's passing out cigars. It's like he's on the top of the world. And then, after a while, you know, I guess the boy's skin color grew in and the hair and everything. And Idris is squinting, but for the life of him, he can't figure out where his side of the family is part of this baby. So then he's getting skeptical. He decides to take a paternity test. Turns out the baby wasn't his. What do you do in a situation like that? Do you continue being in the child's life? The child is so young, he won't remember you anyway. How do you deal with the mother? Do you tell everybody? See, for me, something like that, Idris, you should have put her name on a billboard right in the middle of Sunset Boulevard, embarrassed her. That's horrible. to be given that, then have it taken away so harshly was like taking on a full-on punch in the face pow. Wow. Don't you love him even more? He's vulnerable. He's vulnerable and, yeah, and seasoned. Thank you, Idris Elba. We love you too. Listen, we have a great show planned for you. The very handsome Zachary Levi is here. You know, Zachary used to star in that popular TV show Chuck, and now he's making his Broadway debut in the hit musical First Date. But up next, we've got Carson Kressley to break down the best and worst red carpet moments from last night's Emmy Awards. Keep it here. Welcome back. Okay, the stars lit up the red carpet last night's primetime Emmy Awards, and as always, everybody's talking about the hits and the misses. So here to break it down for us today, our style guru friend, Carson Kressley. Hi, everybody. Let's talk.
Yeah, I thought it was a pretty great night. I mean, it's TV's biggest night, and I think sometimes the Emmys get a little bit less attention than the Oscars, and people sometimes save it up, but I thought there was some phenomenal stuff. I think the first thing that a lot of people really noticed, there were some great trends. I think color being a big one, cobalt blue and purple, kind of the big, pow colors of the night. You can see Tina Fey looked amazing in the blue and Carrie Underwood in the purple. So really trend colors
all really pretty gowns, too.
Yeah, and a color that you can wear, something you can take into fall.
Yes.
The cobalt looks great on everybody, so just some takeaway.
Yeah.
And then best dressed, I thought that Zooey Deschanel looked phenomenal. She was wearing Jane Mendel. I just liked the overall. I thought the hair was great. I thought the dress was great. I thought the makeup was great.
The dress matches her beautiful eyes.
Yes, and some of those softer colors, even though we were talking about the pow colors earlier, these softer kind of pastels are really big, even through fall. So I think she looked a little more fashion forward than the rest of the girls. Also loved Kerry Washington. I thought she was
best dressed woman in the world.
What I love about her, she's in Marquesa here, and it's a little bit frilly and feminine, but she's always different. She really enjoys clothes. So one time it's short, one time it's long.
You know
There's
what
variety.
I like? I was back and forth with the red carpet.
Right.
The girls seem to have non-fussy hair.
Yeah.
Like the girls on the red carpet look like they can literally put on some jeans and a t-shirt with the same hair. I like that. Everything doesn't have to be tucked and stiff.
I think, that was a big trend in hair, was kind of like undone and an unhairdo moments.
Yeah.
And it looks great because when you're pairing it with those really formal, over-the-top, embellished gowns, the softer, easier hair is a nice contrast.
So who did you pick for best hair and makeup?
Best hair and makeup, I thought, was Elizabeth Moss from Mad Men.
Yeah, she did look good.
She's kind of rocking that shorter, she's following Miley's lead, and my lead, I have the Miley Cyrus myself. But just shorter, easy, again, it's not a hairdo.
Yeah.
It's totally easy to do, but it looks chic, it looks young, it looks modern, and it's a nice counterpoint to the glamour of the gown.
The glamour is really beautiful. The gown.
Yeah,
Okay.
really old school chic.
Best dressed couple.
Best dressed couple, I picked Bobby Cannavale and Rose Byrne. They're just really stunning. He gave the greatest speech, and I was just like, he is so hot, I want to marry him.
He is a good-looking man.
I'm figuring out how do we get rid of Rose Byrne so I can have him.
She ain't going nowhere.
I'm going to send her to a Calvin Klein sample seal. That's what she's wearing, and then that will divert her, and then I can have him.
That's a good couple.
It's part of my plan.
All right, so now who's the worst dressed?
I hate talking about worst dressed because it's kind of mean, but Lena Dunham, I mean, you just couldn't it was
Lena.
just, I love her. She's so, I know, audible awe from the audience. She's so talented. She's not really into clothes.
But you know what? I bet you that behind the scenes, because her co-star also wore a not so nice looking dress.
Yeah, Zosia Mamet had this dress. I love the floral. It's hard to wear a print. It was very pretty, but then there was this black peanut of doom across her bust line. And even she doesn't like it. She's like, I agree.
But you want to know what? I bet you those two girls probably make for the best setting behind the scenes on their HBO show.
They're super
They don't care about
talented.
the fashion or anything.
It's not what they're into.
Right.
So they're into like being amazing actresses and being great writers. So, you know, I think probably we have to blame her stylist. It's curtains for him.
Or you know what? She might have picked it herself because she's not stuck up. She probably just picked something.
I just think she could have done something more flattering.
Yeah.
And look really, really hot and sexy.
And
but
stand up
whatever.
straight.
She's still talented. We still
She
love
is
her.
talented. Okay, so congratulations on the Queer Eye reunion.
Thank you.
You already taped it. It's coming on Bravo.
We did. We taped it last week. It comes out in October. There we are with Andy and everybody.
You know.
And there was no, I mean, Ted's strangling me there, but it's not like the New Jersey Housewives
No, you guys
reunions.
don't have hate, and everybody after Queer Eye went on to be successful in your own right.
We're very lucky. It was a really great opportunity for all of us, and we're so thankful for it.
Yes. So you got a boyfriend or something?
I don't. I've been scanning the audience looking for one. I like the guy in the mauve shirt with the white collar. He's looking away.
Are you the black man?
Yeah, you. See, I watched Hot Topics just so I could see you, but also scan the audience.
Yeah. Are you gay, sir? Oh, you are. Do you
I
have a
have
boyfriend?
good gaydar.
Oh, he has a boyfriend.
Damn it.
Yeah, we don't like to bust up
All the
relationships
good ones are
here.
either gay or gay.
Or in jail. Oh, no. Okay, talk to us about your fashion line.
I'm really excited to have a great line with Shop NBC, which just changed their name to Shop HQ. It's a shopping channel on television. And I did so many makeover shows for so long that I would find great pieces, and then they were like a fortune. So these are great kind of instant makeover pieces that people can actually afford.
Yes.
And they're
This is
just
like your
really
second
beautiful.
year with the
yeah,
line,
it's
right?
been doing really well. So it's my first love. I get to design, make people feel great. And we have a show coming out in November, actually. So go to shophq.com. You can see the whole lookbook.
There you go. Thank you for stopping by. Carson
Thank you.
everybody. Up next.
Thanks.
We have TV and Broadway star Zachary Levi. He's here next. Our next guest starred for 5 seasons as the lovable computer geek on the hit show Chuck, and now he's making his Broadway debut in the hit musical First Date. Please welcome the multi-talented Zachary Levi.
What do I sit right here. Wow, welcome to Club Wendy, everybody.
Okay.
Damn.
You look nice.
Thank you very much. You look fantastic.
Thank you.
Oh, wait a minute. I was about to cross my legs, but I gotta own this thing.
Yeah. So, just own it. Just own it.
Forget it. I'm gonna cross.
Go ahead.
That's it.
Look at me. So, is this your first Broadway play?
It is my first Broadway show. Yeah, I grew up doing a lot. Thank you. I grew up doing a lot of musical theater in general, and then was been really blessed, and I got to do TV and film for the last 12 years of my life,
Yes.
but always dreamt about getting back to stage and doing Broadway, and now I get to do it. And you just did Broadway as well.
I did 7 weeks Chicago,
Yeah.
and I loved it. You know what I didn't love about it? I didn't love remembering. Like, are you good at remembering all the lines and stuff?
Yeah, I mean, you rehearse it enough, it all kind of gets ingrained into your memory for sure.
Yeah.
But it's live theater, anything can happen. Sometimes you just have a brain fart and you're like, what am I supposed to say right now?
Love it, love it.
I can't remember.
So, do you have like rituals or anything?
No, not really. I mean, you do your warm up, eat various lozenges,
Yeah.
and try not to stay up too late or talk too much.
Yes.
That's the crazy stuff about doing a musical is that you really got to be careful about your vocal cords.
Yeah, because you sing and
Yeah.
steam your voice and everything like
all
that.
that jazz.
So now, but you live in LA, so you've relocated to New York for the purpose of being here for Broadway?
I've relocated to New York for this show, but I think I'm actually going to stay in New York for a little while. I really love this
Good. But so I know that you're a car junkie. What are you going to do about your cars? Did you ship one of your favorites here to New York?
No, all the cars are all back in LA. I really love driving. I'm kind of a motorhead. I don't know anything about fixing a car in any way, shape, or form.
Right.
But I really like driving them and motorcycles and stuff. But I love Honestly, I love the subway here. I love that you can get on a train and you can go somewhere, you know, and you're kind of, and you're with other people, even though everyone's got their earphones in and nobody's ever really paying attention to each other, but you're all together, you know, and you're all like either uncomfortable in the muggy heat or you're, you know, like, can't wait for wintertime. That's gonna be fun.
Yeah. Where did you grow up though?
Ventura, California.
Oh, okay. So this is all new to you.
I'm a Southern California kid.
Yeah.
But I love New York. I feel like I've got like a New York soul. I really do believe like this city is like unlike any city on earth, and the energy here is, you know.
Tell us the storyline of First Date. That's the play that he's in, and what role you play.
So the storyline of First Date is it's pretty self-explanatory. It is a first blind date between a guy and a girl at a New York restaurant, and oh yeah, there's some footage there for you. And I play Aaron. He's like this kind of nervous banker type. And Krista Rodriguez, who was on Smash, she plays Casey, who's like this kind of serial dater, a little edgy, a little creative, a little sexy. And she's very confident, and I am not. And over the course of the hour-and-a-half show, with no intermission, by the way, which is also kind of a plus, it kind of plays out like this romantic comedy sitcom with a bunch of great music in it. And it's a fan show. It's like, you know, it's not super highbrow or high art. It's really just about a relatable, enjoyable experience for people to go like, oh my God, that's my dating life. That's happened to me.
Have you ever been on a blind date?
I have been on a blind date before.
Did you Google your date before? Was it before computers?
No, my friends actually did not. I mean, that wouldn't really be a blind date. My friends did not tell me who the girl was going to be. And then we went on the blind date, and she was a lovely girl. She was not my type. I feel like blind dates actually tell you. They tell you more about your friends than they tell you about the date that they say. You know what I mean?
Right.
Because you're like, this is who you think I am, but this is who. That's interesting.
This is why Googling a blind date, to me, if I were going on a blind date, I would Google. Like when I was a single woman, computers weren't invented. But I always enjoyed the thrill of a blind date or a first date or a new person. Yeah. Now, are you dating anyone special?
I don't really talk about my dating life so much, particularly on national television.
Yes.
But I'll just leave that as a big question mark.
You're a young man having fun in your life. I mean, listen,
I'll say this. I'll say that New York City is full of gorgeous women.
That's what I'm trying to say.
And look at all the gorgeous women that are here today.
Yes. And they're not all gay or in jail. Anyway, I hear that you still keep friendship with your ex-girlfriends.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. It doesn't, I mean, is that crazy?
Yes!
Is that crazy?
Zachary!
Okay, hold on. Let me own this for a second.
Okay.
Wait a minute. So here's the thing. I think that life is long, and I think that, you know, and it's also a very special thing, and I think that you, if you have the opportunity, if you can, it's not always possible, but if you can, why not maintain at least some kind of cordial relationship with somebody? You don't have to talk to them all the time.
Yeah, I'm
not like BFF with them. I'm not talking to them all the time.
Yeah.
But I like to leave things on good terms.
One day, if you ever get married, will you invite some of your exes to your wedding?
Probably not.
Okay.
No.
I'm just trying to figure out how close you are.
Friendly and friends are two different things. Okay. I'm friendly with my exes. I'm not hanging out with them all the time.
Now, if
that makes sense.
Yeah, that does make sense. Because I always feel like if you stay friends with your ex, then you're kind of blocking a flourishing relationship with the next person.
Oh, sure. No, you got to watch that. I know people who do that all the time. That's sabotage. You can't do that.
Oh, so in other words, you're not that friendly with them, and this is fine. It's fine.
We're not. Yeah.
Stay with us. Everybody, you keep watching. Up next, Zachary has a surprise announcement, so we'll find out what it is next.
Don't do that. They're very good at putting the thing on.
Yeah.
And they go,
yeah.
Oh.
Hi,
we're back.
How you doing?
Hey.
So Zachary Levi is here, everybody, and this November he is starring in a superhero movie. Tell us all about it, Thor.
Thor: The Dark World. It's the sequel to Thor. Yeah.
Too.
Yeah. You're welcome. It was, yeah, it was a dream come true. I mean, I was a kid growing up reading comic books, and you know, and I got to be in a Marvel movie, and it was crazy. We shot it in London over like 5 or 6 months. And
Chris Hemsworth is
Chris Hemsworth
Thor.
everybody comes back. I'm really the only kind of difference in the. There he is.
Yeah, I saw that you dyed your hair for the role.
I did. I was blonde in the film.
Yes.
It was a trip, and I did have more fun. There I am.
They got the beard
That's
dyed,
me with
everything.
foils in my hair. You know what's interesting is that I have another picture just like this with Idris Elba. By the way, you did not pick that one, which was very surprising. But Idris is also in the film, and he's fantastic.
Well, congratulations on everything. I wanted to give you a gift.
Oh.
Okay.
Oh, it's like Christmas.
Well, this is what I call my lucky special Broadway cup. It was given to me by Kathy Najimy when she came as a guest on our show and she found out I was going to be on Broadway. She had gotten it also. There she is giving it to me. She had received it from somebody else on Broadway. So join our tradition. And after you finish Broadway, would you please pass it on to somebody else who's on Broadway?
Absolutely.
And just keep... Whether you drink your tea out of it or just put your bobby pins in it.
Yeah.
This is for you.
Thank you, thank you.
Yes. And I hear that you have a gift for everyone also.
I do. I have a gift. Everyone in this audience gets 2 tickets to first date. So I hope that you guys. Oh!
Zachary, thank you for being here. It was so nice to meet you. First date, everybody. It's playing at Broadway's Longacre Theater. I have a question for you. What would you do if your husband was flirting with another woman right in front of you? Stab him? Okay, well, we'll talk next. Ask Wendy next. Welcome back. It's time for Ask Wendy. Wait, not you. How you doing?
How you doing, Wendy?
Good. How can I help?
Well, I'm Lauren, and I just got married about 2 months ago.
Congratulations.
So I'm a newlywed. Thank you. So, my husband and I were both orthodontists, and we're thinking about having a practice together next year.
Okay.
So the problem is, he's very attractive. He's a ladies' man. So I'm afraid that I might get jealous if I see him flirting with the female employees in front of me. So my second concern is that they may treat him with a little more respect and take him more seriously.
Why? Because he's a boy and you're a girl?
And he's a ladies' man. They love him, and we'll be working around a lot of women. So I just want to know if you think having a business together will ruin our marriage. What should I do?
I think husbands and wives having a business together is a fantastic idea. If you can, because you watch each other's back, you keep it all in the family. But working together with your husband isn't for everybody. I work with my husband. I like him though. Okay. And sometimes the bloom falls off the rose of a relationship if you go into business together. But I'll say this to you. Open your practice together, and maybe you need to when you start staffing up with employees, don't make them all girls. Make them a mixture of girls and guys, and not so that you could flirt, but and also your husband, he's a grown man. He's very smart. He understands how this is affecting you. I think that he can rise to the occasion.
Okay.
And the practice sounds good.
Yeah.
Wow, doctor.
Well, thank you.
You're welcome. Okay. How you doing?
How you doing, Wendy?
Good.
My name is Emily, and 2 years ago, my ex and I broke up, and we were together for 3 years, and he has a son. I met his son when he was 10 years old, and now he's 15. His son and I are still very close. We have a relationship. We text all the time. We talk on the phone. We try to spend one weekend a month together. And I want to know, do you think this is healthy? Should I continue this? What are your thoughts?
Well, it's not healthy for your next relationship. Because if I was your boyfriend, I would not want you to have any ties to any of your exes or their exes' kids or anything like that. I think probably for this kid right now, it's healthy for the boy only because he's 15 and on the brink. And to me, you can never have too many adults keeping an eye on our children when they're that age.
Right.
When you say you spend time together, does he come over to your house?
Yes, he comes to my place. We do different things in the city. I try to switch it up and do different things so it's educational and cultural as well.
I mean, you're a better woman than I could be. All right, well, look, does your ex have a new girlfriend?
He does, but my ex and I, we haven't spoken or seen each other since we broke up.
Yeah.
So
2 years.
Yeah, so he has his own life, I have my own life.
Yeah, it's kind of a weird relationship, I got to admit, with you and the son. You might want to, ease up off of it just a bit, because eventually you're going to have a boyfriend, and he's not going to like this. And also, eventually, this is not going to be good for the kid.
Okay.
You know,
my thought has always been, I'm only in this kid's life as long as he wants me. So if he reaches out, I'll stay there. But, you know, eventually it might fade away. And
Yeah.
I'm okay with that because I feel like he's okay then by himself because he doesn't need me. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, good luck.
Thank you.
She's like an angel. All right, we have time for one more quickie. How you doing?
Hi, Wendy. How you doing?
Good.
My name is Victor. I currently purchased a laptop for a friend of mine about a year ago. The
How much was
laptop
that?
was about $1,500.
Okay.
And he told me he was going to pay me back in March. I told him, you know, that he should pay me back at the end of October. I seen him at the club. He's out buying drinks, having a good time, but he's giving me excuses.
Getting turned up.
Yes. And without me.
On your money.
Yes,
Okay.
yes, without me too. So I told him if he didn't pay me the money by October, that I would reconsider our friendship and it was over. So my question for you is, what do you think I should do with a 12-year relationship with one of my best friends?
October 1st at midnight, it's over. And you know, in my book, Ask Wendy, I have a money chapter, and I talk, don't lend money. Money is there to give. If you don't have it to give, then whatever you do, don't lend. So you're really just basically crap out of luck. He's not going to give you your money. And the 12-year friendship, oh well, done.
Yeah.
Done, okay? Sorry. Up next, everybody, we're gonna reveal our audience eye candy of the day. Don't miss it. I got my trusty diva fan, but I only have one. It's time for us to reveal our audience eye candy of the day. Look at my stylish audience. It breaks my heart. I can't give a diva fan to everybody, but this particular person caught my eye with her color blocking for the fall. Her name is Angela Bland. Angela, come on down. Good. Juicy, good, nice. Here's your diva fan. Now, I want you to come out here so all your fans can see you and tell me all about your outfit. Start with the earrings.
Well, first off, I want to say hi, Wendy. How you doing?
Hi, Angela. How you doing?
My earrings are from Charmin Charlie's. I got them for $15.
Nice.
And then my top is from J. Crew. This was on sale for $15.
Really?
Yes. And then I got my pants also from J. Crew for $10.
Nice.
I love shopping on a budget.
Yes.
And then I got my shoes from 9 West, and they were $30.
Yes, nice. Well, you look really terrific.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for being here. Where are you from, Angela?
I live in South Carolina.
Very nice. Well, welcome to New York for the day.
Thank you.
Everybody keep it here. We'll be right back. Yeah. A fantastic time. Zachary Levi, you are so likable and easy to talk to. Carson Kressley, thank you. My co-host, my studio audience, thank you. Tomorrow, from Watch What Happens Live, it's Andy Cohen. Plus, we've got a sneak peek of the fall's hottest movies. I love you for watching today, and I'll see you next time on Wendy. Bye.